Can you imagine? She laughed and said, "Fix my car, and I'll marry you." He didn't smile. He just rolled up his sleeves and got to work. It was 3:30 p.m. on a blazing Thursday when everything fell apart. Not like the movies. No explosion, no screams. Just a quiet click, a flashing light, and then silence. The air conditioning died first. The Arizona heat crept through the windows like fire. Sarah gripped the steering wheel. Her expensive sunglasses couldn't hide the fury in her eyes. "Perfect," she whispered. She pulled her Mercedes onto the dusty shoulder next to a weathered sign. Williams Auto Repair, 3 miles ahead. No phone signal. No backup plan. No way out. Sarah stepped out into the dust, her designer heels sinking into the dirt. The sun was merciless. She slammed the hood and started walking. 3 miles. In this heat, in these shoes, every step hurt. Her hair began to curl. Her shirt clung to her back. Her pride cracked with each stumbling step. Williams Auto Repair looked forgotten. Maybe since the 1970s. The paint peeled like old skin. A bent, open sign flickered in the window. The only signs of life were a slow ceiling fan and soft jazz music floating from inside. The smell hit her first: oil, metal, and something greasy. A man worked deep under the hood of an old Chevy truck. He didn't look up when she entered, just wiped sweat from his face and kept working. Sitting quietly on a tall stool was a little girl, maybe 8 years old. Beautiful brown skin, hair in neat braids, bright pink sneakers swinging. She had a drawing pad and was chewing on a red crayon. The girl saw her first. "Daddy," she said softly. "Someone's here." The man stood up slowly, cleaning his hands on a dirty cloth. His face showed years of hard work, the kind that doesn't allow games. "You need help?" he asked. His voice was calm but strong. Sarah straightened up. "Yeah, my engine died about 3 miles back. No signal, no clue what's wrong. Can you look at it?" He grabbed a baseball cap and nodded toward the road. "Sure. Just need to lock up first. Zara, get the toolbox." Minutes later, he was under her hood, sleeves rolled up, focused like a doctor. Sarah leaned against the car, arms crossed tight. "I have people who usually handle this," she said. "I shouldn't even be here." He didn't answer, just kept working. The man, his name was Darius, stood up slowly. "Camp costs money. I run a shop. She comes with me. No apology, just truth." Sarah studied his face. He looked like someone who didn't have time to be tired. She knew that look. She saw it every morning in her mirror. "So," she said, sarcasm dripping from her words, "fix my car, and I'll marry you." Zara giggled without looking up. Darius didn't miss a beat. He looked right at her and said, "Deal." Not flirting, not joking, just steady and sure. Sarah blinked. For the first time in years, she had nothing to say. But something about how he said it made her want to stay and watch him work. If you're enjoying this story so far, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next between Sarah and Darius. This story is just getting started. Darius worked with focus Sarah usually saw in surgeons. The little girl, Zara, sat sketching, glancing at Sarah with curious eyes. "You drawing me?" Sarah asked. "Maybe," Zara said without looking up. "Make me look like a superhero." "I don't know what kind you'd be yet," Zara said seriously. Darius laughed under the hood. "What kind do I look like?" Sarah asked. Zara squinted. "One that's strong, but needs a break." That hit harder than Sarah expected. "Your cooling fan is broken," Darius said, leaning back. 2 hours to fix." Sarah nodded, unhappy. "I have a meeting at 6 in Phoenix." "You'll make it, if I don't mess up." During the wait, something strange happened. Sarah's shoulders relaxed. She kicked off her heels, sat barefoot on an old couch, and actually listened when Zara asked, "Are you rich?" "Why do you ask? You dress expensive and walked in here like someone used to being the boss." Sarah laughed, shocked by the honesty. "I am the boss, CEO of a shipping company." "You got any kids?" Zara asked. Sarah felt something twist in her stomach. "No, my job didn't leave room for that." When Zara left for water, Sarah approached Darius. "She's smart. Too smart sometimes. You ever worry she's missing out?" Darius looked at her directly. "Some people think success looks a certain way. Money, big offices, fancy titles. Me? I just want her to know she's safe. That someone shows up every day. It shouldn't be." When the repair was done, Sarah pulled out her wallet. The bill was impossibly low. "This can't be right," she said. "It is. I'll pay double." He shook his head. "Don't need it. That's not how business works. It's how it works here." She stared at him, confused by his honesty. "Why'd you even say yes to that joke?" she asked. "When I said I'd marry you." Darius smirked. "Figured it might shut you up for a minute." That made her laugh harder than she'd laughed in months. "You seemed like someone who hadn't stopped moving in a long time," he said. "Thought maybe if I took your car apart, you'd sit still long enough to breathe." Sarah felt something crack open inside her chest. "You always read people like that? Only when they walk in acting like they own the whole world." She didn't get defensive. She just smiled. "I used to be like your daughter," she said quietly. "Curious, happy. I used to draw all the time." "What happened?" "Ambition drowned it out." Darius nodded. "Happens to a lot of people. My days are scheduled down to the minute," she continued. "I eat lunch from plastic containers while walking to meetings. I sleep with my phone next to my pillow. Everything looks shiny from the outside, but most of the time I'm just exhausted." Then maybe the engine wasn't the only thing that needed fixing. That hit like truth. The next Wednesday, Sarah showed up again. No broken car. No appointment. Just lunch and a brand new sketchbook for Zara. She came back. Zara shouted to her father. "Car trouble?" Darius asked. "Nope. Lunch." That visit turned into another. Then another. Sometimes coffee and donuts. Other days just her presence. They never talked about work. He never asked, and she never bragged. One afternoon, Zara showed her a drawing of all three of them together. Sarah in work clothes but barefoot. Darius with grease on his face, and Zara between them, holding both their hands. "You got my bad side," Sarah said. "It's your real side," Zara grinned. "She draws what she sees," Darius added. Sarah nodded slowly. "Then maybe I need to look in the mirror more often." Months later, Sarah brought a manila folder. "I need your opinion on a contract. Local transport services. I could use someone to advise me." "You mean me?" "Because I trust you, and because you've built something real here." Darius considered it. "You're not doing this out of guilt? I'm doing it because I'm tired of building empires that don't help real people." He smiled. "I'll think about it." That same day, Zara gave her a bracelet made from scrap wire. It's a friendship bracelet. Sarah put it on like it was made of diamonds. "I'll wear it to my next board meeting." The last time she visited that summer, Sarah brought a small wooden box. Inside was a plaque. "Williams Auto Repair, where the best work happens from the heart." Darius stared at it, then looked at her with quiet gratitude. "You've always been important," Sarah said. "Now it's just official." As evening came, she stood with her keys, hesitating. "I thought I had everything figured out when I first pulled in here," she said. "And now I know I was asking the wrong questions." Darius walked closer. "You don't have to run all the time. Some things get clearer when you're standing still." She swallowed that truth. "I'll come back," she said. "I know. As she drove away, Sarah felt something she hadn't experienced in years. Not relief, not escape, but peace. The kind you find when someone sees you, really sees you, and doesn't ask you to change. Sometimes the most important repairs aren't made with tools. They're made with time and patience, and a kid with a sketchbook who thinks you're more interesting than your job title. This wasn't a love story. It was something stronger. It was proof that friendship can save you when nothing else works. Life isn't always about what breaks down. Sometimes it's about who's willing to help you build again.